Hi, my name is Megan Yost. I began my teaching career in Phoenix, Arizona, where I taught first grade, third grade, and ESL. While there, I also served as an athletic director. My husband and I moved back to our hometown of Erie, Pennsylvania, where I taught second grade. I moved on to teaching as a clinical instructor at a behavioral health alternative school setting. And now I currently work as a middle school special education teacher at a charter school. My educational interests include meeting the needs of socioeconomic disadvantaged students. They also include sharing strategies to enhance learning for all students. Having taught a multitude of different grades in both gen ed and a special ed position, I am better enabled to lead an entire staff of teachers because I understand how different teaching roles have different responsibilities and how what one position might need from me as a leader might vary from the next teacher. I think it's really important to make sure a new teacher feels supported. They're definitely going to come across some situations that they were not prepared for, and it's imperative that they know where to go and they know what resources are available to them. I really want the teachers that I oversee to view me in that role, that I'm somebody that will help them to find an answer, not someone that they're afraid of, not someone that, sits behind a desk. I want to be a very active member of this school community. When I think about an equitable learning environment, to me, that means every student, every teacher, every parent, every stakeholder in the educational process that walks through our doors is given what they need to be successful. And as teachers, we constantly are trying to make sure that's happening for our kids. And I think at an administrative level, it's just as important to make sure that's happening for everybody. I think school culture is incredibly important, and to keep a pulse on that as you make administrative decisions is crucial to the success of the entire organization. In the past, when dealing with parents of challenging students, there's two things that I think need to happen. The first is we have to make sure that we have a really good rapport with these families ahead of time before there's an issue. Whenever we're communicating with any stakeholder, it's important that they feel valued and validated. So that kind of leads into the second part of dealing with parents of challenging students, and that would be seeking first to understand, then to be understood. That's a mantra that I go by pretty regularly in my day-to-day life, and I see its value at an administrative level. So whenever concern is brought to your attention, before we're so quick to respond, we make sure that the other person knows that we hear what they're saying, or else it's just going to be an ongoing issue. So we might say things like, okay, so what I hear you telling me is, X, Y, and Z. I agree with you that this is a very challenging situation. It sounds kind of cold when we're just using it as an example, but in action, it can be a very valuable tool. In fact, creating an equitable learning environment for all students is actually what led me to wanting to be an administrator in the first place. I really saw my skill set being put to better use in the seat of a principal than in just a classroom of 27. As a leader, I can make sure that every single child is having the educational experience they deserve, and that's kind of my passion as a professional. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my mock interview. I look forward to reading your comments. Thanks.